What is going on, everybody? In this video, I will be unboxing the Product Red 128GB model of the iPhone XR. Now, all these phones do come unlocked, but they do come pre-installed with a SIM. So just, if you're using it as an unlocked phone, just go ahead and just pick a random model. It really doesn't matter. So as you can see, it says iPhone on the side, 128GB on top, and let's get straight on into this phone. The reason I went with 128GB is just because 32 just seemed a little bit too small, and for $50 more, you get way more storage than I will ever possibly need, seeing as I use Google Photos as a backup solution. Shimmy, 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 the box, and of course we have our literature, which will include designed by Apple in California. And because this is a Product Red model, we do get some literature about that program about fighting AIDS research. Hello, which just has some touch tips, are some injection tools, security information, and of course Apple stickers, so pushing that off to the side. Let's take a quick look at this phone because it is a really pretty phone. Some people call it a Ferrari red. I don't really get that. I get it more of a candy apple type red. That's my perspective anyways, and it definitely does have a build quality that's more similar to like the iPhone 8 or 7 or 6, similar to that, than it does the iPhone 10, which is what Apple was kind of going for. Now, just to give a side-by-side comparison, this is the iPhone 8 Plus, and the 8 Plus is very similar in size to the XS Max. So if you're thinking, which phone do I go with? Do I go with this one, or do I go with the even bigger one? Because you want a big screen, you don't necessarily care about specs, you just want that big screen, and the iPhone XS is just too small. Well, there you go. That's your side-by-side comparison. So now we're going to get some things about language, and let's see what else we have in the box. We get our power brick, which I don't even know why they include, honestly. It doesn't give any power really to the phone at all. I wirelessly charge my phone for that reason exactly. We have our lightning ear pods, and put those off to the side. And of course, we do have our lightning USB cable. Still no USB-C. What a shame, Apple. Why do you have to make everything proprietary? Shame on you. Okay, taking a look at the phone, swiping up from the bottom, we are going to select English because that's the language I speak. I live in the United States. I'm going to do a quick start, which is going to be simple. I just need to grab my phone real quick, and I can scan this barcode, and it makes it easier for setting up my PIN and also grabbing my Wi-Fi network and things like that. It's not actually going to do the iCloud backup and restore process. I still have to do that, but it just makes it a little bit easier. So now I can just type in my PIN. It's going to say setting up my iPhone, your iPhone, excuse me. And taking a look at the side, you do have the red band on the side. You have the camera cut out, things like that. And it really is a pretty phone. Okay, continuing on to Face ID. Let me go ahead and set that up real quick. And we are golden. Now, I am going to set this up as a new phone because my existing phone is running iOS 12.1 and this phone isn't, so I have to do a little workaround. But until then, I'll just hit agree, enable location services. Come on. Why aren't you going? There we go. Continue with Apple Pay, Siri, of course, iPhone Analytics, which is interesting. I always thought of analytics being an Apple YouTube term, but I guess not. True Tone Display. I'm going to keep, I think it looks weird without, because I'm so used to a True Tone display by now. I'm going to keep the standard look, and it's going to give me some information about gestures, because this is helpful because you'll want to pay attention to that if you've never owned an iPhone 10 before, which odds are if you're buying this phone you haven't. You want to pay attention to that because it does tell you about gestures, because otherwise it will be really kind of complicated at the beginning. So that has been my unboxing of the iPhone XR. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to be notified when I upload in the future. You can also hit that like button. That really helps me out. If you want to stay tuned for more updates about this phone and be notified in an even easier fashion, you can follow me on Twitter at Nels. Of course, like I said, I'll have links to everything in the video description. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Till next time, peace.